All right. Well, how's it going? As you know, my name is Aiden, and I have not been here in a while. I have not been recording videos, and I've been seriously slacking. Um, yeah, there's a number of reasons for that. My roommates came back, and I'm kind of weird when my roommates are here, just because I don't know why, but every sound that happens is very, very clear, which might be a good thing, might be an awful thing. But every little sound you pick up, especially in this house. So I didn't want to do that when they were there, and I got a new dog, and I've been playing a shit ton of Baldur's Gate 3. So didn't realize my cup was right in the way. Anyways, as per usual, I got a drink with me. It is a concoction of things, but it's good. It's good stuff. It's jungle juice mixed with sangria, or yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's not bad. I'd much prefer a beer, but it's not bad. Not bad at all. Maybe if I had the sangria out of it, it'd probably be a little better, but who cares? I'll drink it anyways. So, another thing that's changed, I got a haircut. It's a big change. There's some different things going on that I'm trying out. I'm wearing my AirPods. I want to hear how the sound is. I've got another lamp on that side, so I want to see if that light's better. I'll probably have to take off the lampshade because it's not helping much. But that's okay. We'll figure it all out. I added some things probably here and there. My D&D books are gone. I've been playing D&D. So I've been staying busy, although I haven't been recording any videos. So, but I'm not here to talk about my life, at least for the most part. I'm really here to talk about the things I've watched, some of the things I've been missing out on, and yeah, I think the last video I recorded was around the 1st of April. I want to say it was the beginning of April, and that's when the Bad Batch was going on, and the Tales of the Empire trailer first released. A funny thing about that, I almost made a video on the Tales of the Empire trailer. I had it recorded and everything, but I didn't post it. Sorry if you hear my dog. She's messing around. So yeah, whatever the hell I was just talking about. But yeah, things have been good. Things have been real good. So there's so much stuff that I have missed out on. I've been to the movies. I've caught up on a lot of movies. First, I want to talk about Baldur's Gate 3, which is brilliant. My favorite game I've probably ever played in my life. Got the Hogwarts cup right here. Hey, I am a Harry Potter fan. Not afraid to admit that. I don't know many people that are, but just saying. But Baldur's Gate 3, incredible. I got it probably a couple weeks after I made my last video, and I wanted to get it when it was coming out because obviously I love D&D, and so I really wanted to play it. I bought it. I've already put like 115, 120 hours into it. I absolutely love the game. It is easily my favorite game I've ever played, and it is just beautiful. The story's incredible. I love the companions and the people you meet, your partners or whatever you want to call them. Goddamn, Shadowheart. Whew. Anyways, Minthara. There's some good ones. There's some good ones out there. But I'm on my second playthrough. I finished my first one. I'm on the third act of my second playthrough. It's been a lot of fun. I've been really, really enjoying it. So I haven't played any this week. I've been trying to catch up on some shows, catch up on some things I've been missing out on, and just the typical stuff. So we'll get back to it. We will definitely get back to it. I'd like to play one more game as the Dark Urge, and then I'll probably call it good after that. But I've had such a good time with it. It's been such a good run, and yeah. So let's move on. Let's talk about. I've got my notes here. As always, I couldn't forget them. Right quick, I do want to talk about some videos that I plan on making in the future. I've got 2 or 3. One of them I'm not 100% on. It all depends, but there's a high possibility that I'll make a video on it. But my first video that I'm wanting to do, is it out of focus? Or am I just, do I need my glasses on? Oh no, I'll scoot up just in case. I don't understand technology. I was born in the wrong generation. Anyways, my future 2 videos that I really want to do, I'd like to talk about, first one being talking about the box office. I find that the situation that's going on with the box office and Furiosa, very interesting. I'd like to talk about it because I feel like there's a lot of people who think something, and I'd like to further talk about that and their own theories of why it's not succeeding the way we wanted it to, and stuff like that, and what it might mean for George Miller and his future. I think that's all very interesting. I'm going to see the movie on Tuesday. Well, next Tuesday is The Acolyte. I want to cover The Acolyte. I'm going to cover Bad Batch, because that's over. Tales of the Empire, that's over. I'll cover all those later. I would love to cover The Acolyte when that's coming out, but we'll talk about that too. Anyways, but that's kind of my idea for my first video. I am very excited to talk about that. I love studying the box office, and then we could talk about Garfield, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, which I saw. We'll talk about that. I have not seen Garfield. I wanted to, and then I saw the reviews for it, and then I was like, I mean, if that new John Krasinski movie, I really want to see that too, and that's hit or miss reviews. I think I'll probably watch that one. I'll probably still watch that one. I don't think I'll be watching Garfield, because you really have to read the reviews. But we will talk about all of that. Another episode I would like to make is talking about Kathleen Kennedy's recent statements. She just came out and said some stuff. And then George Lucas came out and said some stuff. Two big people in the world of Star Wars, which is my world. It's my world. I love that world. So I'd love to get back in it, talk about those things, and yeah, that's kind of my idea for now. But yeah, so let's talk about some shows, some movies that I've been watching. Let's start with shows. The shows that I was watching, trying to catch up on. Monarch. I mentioned I was still watching that last time. I actually just finished that last night. Monarch. I think I was like 6-7 episodes into it, and I just quit watching it. Well, I only had like 3-4, so I finished them last night, and wow, I loved it. They just came out and said they're coming out with a season 2. Awesome. Loved it. Can't wait. Man, I really liked it. The tease with Kong at the end, just love Kong. Team Kong all the way. Let's talk about this right quick while it's on my mind. It's not on my list, but the director who did Godzilla, he did Godzilla. No, he did Godzilla versus Kong, and he did Godzilla X Kong. Those two movie. I'm forgetting his name. I always want to say Andy Muschietti, but it's not Andy Muschietti. It is. Wished I could remember. Well, oh well. Props to you. You directed two movies that I really like. Anyways, I can't remember his name. He just backed out of the third Godzilla versus Godzilla X Kong movies. They were gonna make a third one. No idea what it would be about, but he just left. I think he left. I don't think he was fired. I think he left, but yeah. So we'll see who ends up directing that one. The box. Well, I want to talk about the box office in that video, but real quick, the box office for that movie has exceeded 500 million. So really good. I think that definitely warrants a sequel. I think they only spent probably about 180, 200 million on it. So not too much profit. The run in the theaters is not over, although it's probably pretty close to running out of steam. But yeah, I want to talk about that movie for sure whenever we talk about the box office. So we'll talk about all that. So yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do without that guy directing. I don't know who they're gonna get, but I guess we will see. I guess we'll see. So Monarch, finished it, really liked it. I had a few problems with it. I thought there was a lot of whining, a lot of, well, I want to go home, and, well, I'm back. And I got super tired of that. Another thing that, it didn't really bother me, but it was just kind of, I thought the way they ended it was really good. But they got rid of, and this might be spoiling something, they got rid of Kurt Russell, who, in my opinion, in even the flashbacks and in the present day, was the best character. I mean, he was easily the best character. And they got rid of him at the end of it. That kind of sucks. Hopefully they bring him back. The reunion between Kentaro and what's her name? What's the main girl's name? Oh my gosh. I'm blanking on it. And then Hiroshi, and then the grandma. It was great to see all four of them reunite. Some of them meeting for the first time. It was really good. Love the way they ended it. But Kurt Russell, I mean, we gotta have him back for season 2. They got to go back and get him somehow. Loved his character. And I also thought everything with Monarch itself and the Apex, as you see towards the end of the series, I thought that was a little muddled down with the two girls who look alike with dark hair, and then that Tim guy, and it wasn't bad, but it was just, at points I thought they were treading water a little bit. But I liked Monarch. Another thing I watched is Gen V. I really liked Gen V. It's out of the 3 seasons of The Boys and Gen V, I think Gen V was my least favorite, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought the way they ended it with Homelander it got me really excited for season 4, because I have not been excited for season 4, although season 3 was my favorite season. I just haven't been excited for it. But this really jumped up my excitement, and that comes out in, I think, 2 weeks. 2 weeks from tomorrow, I think, is when The Boys returns. Cannot wait. So that'll be awesome. But Gen V, I really liked it. I liked the 3 girl characters, the May, or Marie. May. Was May the girl in Monarch? I just said May. Maybe May was her name. God. No, May was the other girl in Monarch. Son of a bitch. Thought I had it figured out. Anyways, in Gen V, Marie Monroe is the main character. I really liked her. I really liked the girl who could shrink, and then I liked the girl who could touch people's faces or touch their body and then like control them basically. She was wiping people's memories, like touching them, and then it was cool. It was a really cool power. Kind of scary, but still really cool power. I really liked her. And then obviously, I don't remember the guy's name who recently passed that was in Gen V. I liked his character. It wasn't one of my favorites. I liked the other three girls better. But he was okay. Yeah, I thought it was good. I thought it was a good show. I think in the middle, I think at the beginning and at the end, the first 3 episodes and then the last 2 episodes, I think they had a really solid story. But there's like a middle part in there where things are just a little, what's the word I'm looking for? Mundane, I don't know, a little boring. In the middle there, I kind of lost a little interest. But overall, I really enjoyed it. Let's talk about Star Wars. So, what has came out since the last time I talked? It was the ending of Bad Batch. And, yeah, it's over. Tales of the Empire came out. Good stuff. I really liked both of them. I think I liked Bad Batch Season 2 more than I liked Season 3, which is weird because I think Season 3 had a more complete story. I think Season 2 just exceeded my expectations, and Season 3 just, it met my expectations, but it didn't exceed them. But I really liked Season 3. The finale, I really enjoyed when I watched it. The longer I think about it, the more I think I'm disappointed with the finale. Which, when it was over, I did feel like I was lacking a little bit. I felt I wanted more, but yeah, I don't know. I was a little disappointed with it. I hate to say that because Bad Batch is probably my favorite Star Wars animated show. But yeah, no, I really liked Bad Batch. I thought that it was beautiful. It felt like a big show, and this is kind of my complaint with the finale. I thought the show felt very expansive. It was explaining like what's going on with the Empire and what's going on with the clones and the stormtroopers and basically everything going on in this time. And I thought it was doing really good up until the finale because I felt like it was very small scale. The finale did not feel big at all. And you're at Tantus. You're at Mount Tantus. That should be huge. And like Tarkin was on his way. He's not even in it. You just see him at the end. I liked the timing of it. I actually think it could have used another 20 minutes and definitely added some things, and I think it would have been real solid. The stuff with the Zillo Beast was cool. My biggest problem was no closure for Rex and Cody. And I guess that means, I don't know if you could say that for Cody. At the end of that episode in Season 2, I think it was called The Solitary Clone. No, it wasn't called The Solitary Clone. I don't remember what it was called. Anyways, in Season 2, the episode with Crosshair and Cody, that episode, one of my favorite episodes, at the end of it, they say Cody goes AWOL. I guess that's our closure. I guess that is the closure. I thought there was going to be more to it. I thought they were setting something up. I thought we'd see it in the finale. No, not at all. The stuff with Rex. Rex is wanting to free all the clones. No. None of that. I thought Wrecker was going to die. No. Nobody died. I thought people should have died. I actually thought Wrecker should have died. Echo can go be with Rex, and then Crosshair and Hunter and Omega can stay on Pabu. I thought that would have been the ultimate ending. That's not what happened. Tantus got destroyed. I don't know. Like, I'm sitting here talking about it, and I sound very negative. There were some things I loved. I thought it had a lot of heart. I loved when Crosshair came back, and he ended up shooting Hemlock, and I loved all that stuff. I thought Crosshair was the standout of the season. I just think I prefer season 2. I think there was more episodes that I loved in season 3, but in season 2, it was more my style. So yeah, I liked Bad Batch. I'm sad it's over. Can't wait to see what Star Wars animation does in the future, because there's so much things they could do. There's so many shows they could make after this. A lot of people are saying a Path show. I don't know if I want to see that. I would actually really like an animated show all the way in the High Republic, but it's an adaptation of the books. I like the High Republic books. I think they're good. I'll probably be the only person on the internet saying it, but I love the High Republic books. Those are the only Star Wars books I've really read. I've read like Dark Disciple. I finished Dark Disciple, by the way. Yeah, that was cool. Or maybe I already talked about that. Shit, I don't know. It's been so damn long. But man, don't even get me started on books. I could do book reviews too. I mean, I've been doing and reading so much. Marvel Comics. I started reading Marvel Comics, so lots of stuff. But Bad Batch. Yeah, I don't know where their animated shows are going to go from here. Hopefully High Republic, though. That's my wish. Let's talk Tales of the Empire. And I said earlier I wanted to make 3 types of videos, or 3 future videos. One of them would have been a video about where I think each episode of Tales of the Empire and Tales of the Jedi are placed. What are you doing? Get out of that. Sorry. Where each episode of Tales of the Empire and Tales of the Jedi are placed. The problem is I'm not making these for people. These videos, me talking. I'm kind of just making them for me. And I don't know if I'd ever rewatch that video. I don't know if I'd want to come back to it. I'd want to come back to this one and be like, what was he talking about at the time? What was he rambling on about and wasting people's time? I think that's interesting. And even my thoughts about the box office and my thoughts for Kathleen Kennedy and George Lucas interviews, I would like to return to those. I don't know if I'd like to return to a video about a Tales of the Jedi where each episode is placed, but I desperately want to make it. So I don't know. We'll figure that out. But Tales of the Empire, really good. I really liked it. As good as Tales of the Jedi? No. I think it left some to be desired. But that's okay. I thought it was really good. I thought the Barriss Offee episodes were definitely the standout, for sure. I liked the episodes with Morgan Elsbeth, but I don't know. I don't care about Morgan at all. And in the episode of the trailer that I made that I deleted, I talked about this. I don't care about Morgan Elsbeth. I liked her in Mando, and then I really didn't care for her in Ahsoka. I do like Barriss Offee. I love Clone Wars, obviously, as I've said many times. And then Barriss Offee is just one of those characters who I've always found really interesting. When a character like separates from the Jedi, and then they have their own views, almost like a Baylan Skoll. I think that's incredibly interesting. So I like discovering her story. I thought the final episode with her was a little hit or miss. She's a healer. It's set in the future, sometime after Kenobi. And that was probably my least favorite episode out of all 6 of them. But that's all right. But no, I really liked it. I'm excited for a future Tales of the Blank series. Hopefully, Tales of the Sith. I would love one about Palpatine. I don't think we need a Vader one. I would love the one about Asajj Ventress. In fact, here's what I think they should do. I think they should do animated stuff, and I think they should do book adaptations, but in animation. And if you want to throw it in the theater, throw it in the theater. Make like a 90-minute movie. Do Dark Disciple, or do Dark Disciple. You'd probably need a little longer than an hour and a half. But like 90 minutes of Son of Dathomir. That would be awesome. That would be so cool. You could do the High Republic books. You could do the Thrawn novels. You could do the new book, The Living Force. I haven't got a chance to read that, but that's up next. So much stuff you could do. I would love to see, and this would be kind of stupid because we have so much stuff in the Star Wars timeline and even the Clone Wars timeline. But I would love an animated adaptation of Brotherhood, the Obi-Wan and Anakin book. They meet Ventress in that book. I thought that book was great. And now my dog is peeing on the damn rug. That's fantastic. I've got to finish this video though, so your ass is in trouble. Get out of here. Movies. Let's talk about movies right quick, and then I'm gonna get out of here so I can clean that shit up. But I'm gonna rattle all these off, then we can go back and talk about them. So here's all the movies I've watched. Civil War, went and saw that in theaters. Monkey Man, saw that in theaters. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, saw that in theaters. 2 nights ago, I watched Anyone But You. It was $5 on Apple TV. I went ahead and bought it. I watched that. I watched Wish, not this past weekend, but the weekend before last. The Disney movie. And then right after I quit making these videos, I watched Taxi Driver. Let's go back up. Let's start with Taxi Driver. Love Taxi Driver. I think it's one of my favorite movies of all time, actually. Top 30, not like top 5 or anything, but top 30 is pretty damn good. But God, it was good. God, it was so good. Love Taxi Driver. I'm not even a Robert De Niro fan, but holy shit, that movie was great. I don't have much to say about it. I loved it. It kind of reminded me of like an old like version of like John Wick or. I don't know. There's a story there. I think the story's good, but the story's not expansive. It's pretty one note. You kind of know it's easy to follow, know what's going on. But it's really good. It's a really good movie. Disney Wish. I'd give it like a 50-50. I don't think I'd recommend it to anybody, but if you watched it, good on you. But if you didn't, who cares? It's okay. I thought it was decent. There were some songs that I kind of liked. There were some songs that I thought were very forgettable. I thought the villain was really cool at first, and then he just got ridiculous. Got way too, how do you like my plan now? I hate villains like that. Villains that are so one note. It kind of reminded me of how like the WandaVision, the villain in that, the director or the guy running S.W.O.R.D. That guy made me so mad in WandaVision because he's just this guy with morals and he's actually like somewhat smart. He's not a great guy, but he's got somewhat intelligence until the very last episode. Then he's just trying to shoot children. That was ridiculous in WandaVision. That's really what it reminded me of. I don't want to talk about that one too long. Let's talk about Anyone But You. So Anyone But You, that's the new comedy with Sydney Sweeney and Glenn Powell. I liked this movie. I would give it a thumbs up, but it wasn't funny. I think I laughed once, if I'm recalling that. And I was watching it alone. I think watching comedies alone definitely does something. It's I think comedies are better when you're with a bunch of people, but I can still enjoy a comedy by myself. I thought it was okay. I really enjoyed the movie. I thought it was fun. It was entertaining. It wasn't funny, but it was entertaining. Um, and anything with Sydney Sweeney in it, God, I'll watch. She is force of nature, to say the least. Not that she's like the best actress of all time, but she is just really easy on the eyes. Very easy on the eyes. But yeah, I liked it. I'd probably recommend it. I would not recommend Wish. I would probably recommend Anyone But You. Is it? It depends on who you are. If you just want like a solid, okay movie that you can, I don't know, play cards while you watch it, sure. Yeah. If you are looking to be a critic and you want the funniest movie of all time, then no. God, no. But it's enjoyable. I really liked it. I'm going to save Planet of the Apes last. Monkey Man. I thought Monkey Man was. I had higher hopes for it. I was a little let down. It reminded me of kind of John Wick, Taxi Driver esque. But I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. I thought Dev Patel did an incredible job. I don't have a whole lot to say on that. It was fun. I'd recommend it. It was cool seeing the culture that was represented in there. I really liked that. The music, there's a few scenes where I was like, what are we doing here in that movie? I thought it felt like a music video at times. But it's still a really good movie. I really enjoyed it. And I don't know if that's the first movie that Dev Patel directed, but if it is, then I think that's an incredible directorial debut. But I don't know. I'm not 100% sure if it's his first movie or not. Civil War. I watched Civil War. I really liked Civil War. I have a few problems with it. I think the director is Alex Garland. He did Ex Machina. He did some other stuff. Not sure, but I liked Civil War. I also had higher hopes for that movie. I thought the politics were lacking. Not that I wanted like our politics, but I wanted more of their politics. You get very little of it. I thought the world felt empty. It felt so empty. It like they're storming the Capitol and there's nobody there. Nobody's at the Capitol. Nobody's there to protect the president. I don't know. I liked the lore. I thought the lore of this world that Alex Garland created was the best part of the movie. I would love to spend more movies or more time in this world. I'd love a series, maybe a movie. You kind of see it from like the journalist, the reporter type of view. What if we saw it from someone in the military's point of view? Or, I don't know. I think it's a really cool world that was set up. And I thought that, I'm blanking on her name. Mary Jane. Mary Jane, what's her name? Shit. I can't remember anyone's name today. Anyways, the lady who plays Mary Jane and who's in Civil War, I thought she was fantastic. I thought the acting was really good. I thought their use of tension. Oh, that's something with Bad Batch too. Bad Batch and Civil War. Both of those properties, their use of tension to get you like, oh, so good. So good. Civil War did it better. Civil War did it better. When I was sitting there in the theaters, and it was the scene where the girl is jumping from car to car. Oh my god. I thought I was gonna I thought I was probably shaking. I had goosebumps all over the place. Oh my god. That was tense. That was really tense. Okay, I've got to move on. This spot's probably drying by now. Shit. I've already been doing this for 35 minutes. This will be a long one. I didn't think it was going to be this long. Sorry about that. Planet of the Apes. God damn! Planet of the Apes. Incredible. So I'm a big Planet of the Apes fan. I've seen the old second Planet of the Apes. I think it's called Beneath the Planet of the Apes. I hated it. I actually watched that probably 3-4 months ago. I did not like it. But Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes came out, I don't know, probably three weeks ago, maybe? Something like that. I loved it. Oh my god, I loved it. It's everything I could have wanted it to be. I thought that the characters were incredible. I thought their use of Caesar being almost a legacy, incredible. I thought their use of the villain, incredible. The humans, I kind of have a problem with that. I'll talk about that right quick. I thought the humans, especially, what was her name? Was her name May? I think her name was May too. But they call her Nova. I'm going to call her Nova. So, Nova talked way too well. So did all the other humans. Talked way too well. The apes, I understand they're probably having like a little society so they can talk like that. And talk pretty good. I thought they just should have sounded dumber. I don't know if I believe this is 300 years later based on how the humans are acting. I do believe it's like 300, 400 years later based on how the apes are acting. They are way smarter, way more incredible. And I think that's probably why I have a little bit of disappointment with how they portray the humans. But I was very happy with it. My experience and my journey with the first three, Rise, Dawn, and War, the Caesar, I forget. Yeah, Caesar saga, the Caesar trilogy. I think it's 300 to 400 years earlier. I can't remember. I think it's 300 to 400. Anyways, so those three movies set centuries later, I really liked. But there's not one in particular movie that stuck with me. I love the franchise, those three movies as a whole. But there wasn't anything about each or one specific movie that I loved in particular. Like, it's hard for me to pick a favorite out of those three. None of those three would make it on my top 50 movies of all time. Kingdom might. Kingdom was more my style of movie. I thought it felt a lot more epic. I love the scale of it. With Caesar, even in war, which should have been huge, I think everything felt a little smaller scale. This was more my kind of movie, and I absolutely loved it. I cannot wait for a fifth one. And here I am going back to the box office. It's made about 300 million, I think. Pretty okay. Maybe if they didn't spend 150 million on it, which they probably spent more than that. I hope it breaks even. It's already been like 3-4 weeks. Hopefully it breaks even. Hopefully it makes some money. Unfortunately, I don't know if that's going to happen. I think it might lose money, sadly. But I don't want them to cancel this franchise. I want people to go see this. I don't know. We'll figure it all out. But yeah, I kind of just touched on everything. I didn't talk about anything in particularly too long. Like nothing specific. So sorry if I should have dove into things. I do have those other videos I want to do that are specifically set on one thing. The box office one, I could probably talk about for a while. Same with the George Lucas one, though. I think those are interesting, so we'll talk about all that. And yeah, this is my first video back. It's been almost 2 months, I think. Yeah, so it's been a while. I hope to get back in a routine. I don't know if I will. I'm not going to promise that I will. I don't even know how I did. This is a long episode. I don't know how the sound turned out. I don't know how the lights look. I don't know anything. I'm very eager about how it's all going to go. And I'm probably just as terrible about talking in here. I probably say the same word. I know I do. I know I say the same words over and over and over. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to do okay with this. This is what I would love to do for a hobby. I don't know if I'm good enough to do it, but I would like to keep it up. I can't if I keep rambling on like this for 42 minutes. I might as well just have a goddamn podcast. I would love to have a podcast. That's not in my sensibilities, I don't think, right now. I mean, I'm all over the place. Here I am closing it out and rambling on about the future. So that's what happens with me. I better shut my notebook, quit looking at it. I think I covered everything. I thought it was good. I'm pretty happy with this episode. I thought we talked about some good stuff. We talked about a lot. So yeah. Hopefully I can come back soon and make those other videos. If those videos don't happen, then I guess you know how it goes. Well, as I always say, if you're watching, thank you. If you're not watching, who cares? Who gives a shit? You're probably just jealous of my Star Wars shirt. Alright, guys. I'm out of here. I gotta clean up some piss. I guess that's it. Peace out.